What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Hey, check it out. This is Uncle Mike's new channel. I did 4 channels. One of my channels already got over 500,000 subscribers. I have to say that because people say he don't know what he's talking about. We just reached 100 subscribers. I am teaching as we grow this channel to let y'all know. So if you're in search, if you've been searching on how to start a YouTube channel without wasting your time, you're already asking the right questions. Hey, the problem is most advisors skip the one thing that actually prevents wasting time, and that's clarity. I had to write that down so I can read it to y'all so y'all can really get the point. Now, let's begin.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
Now, that's right. Y'all check the description below, click on the more button, and sign up for the 4 free videos, man, to get a clear understanding, clarity. Check this out. Horrible YouTube upload mistakes that kill most channels. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let me hit the refresh, and let's check this bad boy. Yeah.
So you think uploading your video to YouTube is easy, right?
Right.
You think the video was the hard part, and now it's done, you deserve some YouTube success. And that is exactly why you're stuck on 22 views right now. What you do while uploading your video could be the difference between YouTube showing your video to the right audience or no audience whatsoever. And that is why so many genuinely good videos fail, and it's damn frustrating, isn't it? So in this video, I'm going to break down how to upload videos the right way. Jeez. So you don't upload them the wrong way and make mistakes that keep them at 0. But here's the best part. I'm going to show you how to do the entire upload workflow in around about 5 minutes and solve it in just 5 seconds with a single button without missing out any of the important stuff YouTube actually cares about. But first, before we even talk about YouTube growth, before impressions, before even the algorithm
growth,
first we need to talk about packaging, which probably looks a bit weird with my green screen back here. What's this? World's smallest play button. Here's the problem. Creators spend ages designing thumbnails and then they upload them without never once checking how they may actually look on YouTube. Not in search, not on the homepage, not on a mobile device. A thumbnail that looks great in Photoshop can completely disappear once it's surrounded by other videos. And creators never even bother to realize this until it's far too late. So what do? Well, before you press publish on that video, you check out the packaging to see what it's going to look like on YouTube before it goes live. At the bare minimum, you should be checking out how your thumbnail and title compares against other videos on the YouTube home and search pages. Because if they don't stand out there, they're simply not going to get clicked, are they? Now, a little later on, I'll show you how you can test your video packaging in multiple YouTube environments. But for now, the key takeaway is this. Never publish a video with a thumbnail and a title that hasn't been tested on the YouTube battlefield. And titles specifically is where we're going to head next, because I'll be honest with you, they're just as important as thumbnails. Most creators literally come up with a title for their video while it's uploaded to YouTube because they haven't thought about it until now. They type it in at the last minute and then hope for the best. However, the first few titles you write down are usually not the best ones. I'm sure you've experienced this, whereby you've published a video and you come back to it 24 hours later and you've suddenly had that light bulb moment of the perfect title you wanted to add. Changing a single word on a YouTube title can have a dramatic impact on who watches the video. And just as importantly, who YouTube decides to test the video with next. So the fix here is to test multiple titles on the same YouTube video at the same time. That allows you to let the real data decide which title gets the most clicks and go forward with that one. Now, a little later on, I'm going to show you how you can do this, test titles at the same time without having to re-upload the video. But for now, the principle is what's important. Don't guess, test. Now, this next one is a little sneaky.
Don't guess.
There's an option
Test.
in your video details that's called remixing. And if it's turned off, that means that other creators can't clip your content and remix it into YouTube Shorts. This means fewer discovery opportunities and fewer entry points into your content. And that's kind of a big deal because Shorts these days are one of the fastest ways new creators get discovered. And the best thing from a creator perspective is that because this is a YouTube feature, it's all trackable. Analytics will show you who's remixed your videos into Shorts and how many views they got. And now let's talk about YouTube tags. Because somebody's got to. Do video tags even matter anymore? Well, they're not going to help you go viral. Let's be clear about that. But it could help your YouTube discovery when it comes to spelling corrections, context, and overlapping niches, especially when you're a small channel and YouTube doesn't really know that much about you. So you could try adding a small set of video tags that are highly relevant and clearly describe your video. We're not talking about 50 video tags just to fill in that box for the sake of it, or clickbaity trend jacking tags that in reality have nothing to do with your video. You just think they're going to help you get more views. We're talking about accurate tags in the context of your videos. These video tags shouldn't be used to game the system, merely help it along its way. I'm going to show you a little later on how to do all of this in around about 10 seconds. Now,
these are all advanced techniques and different things. This is a lot of this stuff doesn't even, if you're a beginner, we're talking about 100 subscribers and below. I think uploading videos, just uploading the videos, it would be more than enough. Picking a title that's irrelevant to what the video is, but you got to get YouTube algorithm to recognize your channel first. That's what I think. But let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Videos. These video tags shouldn't be used to game the system,
and everything.
Merely help it along its way. I'm going to show you a little later on how to do all of this in around about 10 seconds. Now then, YouTube categories. In truth, it's almost impossible to get these right because this tool is so old and the categories are so broad that your video is never going to identically match one of these categories. But at the same time, if your video is about gardening, you don't want to set it to the category of news and politics, do you? So in this regard, just apply some common sense. Whatever category is closest to what your video is about, set it to that, and really don't sweat it after that. All right, let's say that you nailed the packaging. Great thumbnail, good title, and you didn't confuse YouTube while you were uploading a video. Nice work.
I tell you what though, folks, that's bloody nice.
And then you hit
That's
publish,
bloody nice.
and your video still underperforms. Well, these are some of the reasons why that might be the case.
Okay.
Most creators
Here we
treat
go.
those things that appear as the video's finishing, end screens, purely as an afterthought. They just slap on 2 random videos and call it a day, or worse still, they don't even add one. The good news is that if somebody gets to the end of one of your videos, they're likely satisfied and engaged with the content, and they're ready to watch more, especially from you. And the YouTube algorithm is thinking the same thing. They're going to ask a very simple question. Does this viewer keep watching? Are they watching another one of your videos, another video on YouTube, at least staying on the platform? If the answer is no, then YouTube doesn't just stop recommending that video. It could suppress the discovery of content on your entire channel. In summary, a bad end screen or no end screen means lower watch time and weaker authority for your channel, which isn't particularly ideal, is it? In fact, it's the opposite of what you want. So how do you fix this? Well, obviously you want an end screen, one, definitely. But more importantly, it needs a clear goal. You want to guide the viewer somewhere really intentional, whether that be a related video, a playlist, something that keeps the viewer watching your content. And what will help a ton is if you directly address that end screen at the end of your video. Don't just have a plain background with the end screen once the video is finished. Talk about it. Tell people why they should watch that video. Because right now, your end screen could politely be guiding people off of YouTube. And that's definitely not what you want. Now, this next one can hurt a lot. Creators see the upload progress bar hit 100% and think to themselves, right, this can go public now. Well, I'm here to politely inform you to stop. The video's not ready just yet. It's still likely cooking in YouTube's oven at the moment, which means it's only available in glorious 360p. That means that if you do push the video out onto YouTube, your most loyal viewers are going to click on it and discover a blurry potato. Yeah, it's not a good look, is it? And first impressions matter a lot. So always wait for the video to be fully processed up to 1080p, 4K or higher even, before you publish, and that can take 10, 15, 20 minutes. And also give YouTube time to do all of its checks for copyright and ad suitability if your channel's monetized. My general advice is to give YouTube around about 2 hours to process a video and check it for its suitability. Plus you've got all of these other things to sort out that we're talking about throughout this video. You want to give your viewers the cleanest viewing experience, and you're going to achieve that just by being a little bit patient when you're uploading your video, and yet so many creators don't do that. Okay, so now you've fixed two big problems. You're no longer confusing YouTube when you upload the video, and you're not handicapping that video once it goes public. But there is still one more dollop of upload mistakes. And while these ones don't necessarily feel algorithmic, they do quietly hurt engagement, retention, and growth. Okay, so let's start with the big one here. And for this, I will need a little bit of assistance. Hey, YouTube, so this recent video here was ready to publish, right? Yes. But it completely underperformed. Yes. So what was wrong with it? The title or the thumbnail? Yes. What about the tags? Yes. All right, which one of these was it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what that skit was supposed to explain is that a lot of creators upload to YouTube with a condition called optimization blindness. There's no checklist, no feedback, no idea what's missing really. They just assume that, well, I've filled out all of the boxes, so everything's probably fine, right? Well, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't grade on just probably fine. If your title is weak, your description is lacking, your video tags missing, and your thumbnail doesn't stand out, YouTube isn't necessarily going to tell you any of these things. It's just not going to push your video. So clearly, you need some way of knowing whether your video is optimized for your audience before it actually goes public on YouTube. And as promised earlier, if you keep watching, I'm going to show you how to upload the video to YouTube in a few minutes that does tick all of those boxes. This is what you call delayed gratification. But first, be honest with yourself. Are you one of the many creators who does this? You edit on a massive computer monitor so that everything looks amazing, crisp text, fancy graphics, and then the video goes public. And 70% of your viewers watch it on a phone. Suddenly, everything you thought was clear as day is absolutely impossible to see and understand. So once you've rendered your video, it's always worth putting it on a phone and watching it as if you are a viewer. Because if somebody has to squint, they get upset and they scroll. And YouTube notices that. But you know what else viewers notice? A well-crafted pinned comment. All too often, creators obsess over the description. And more often than not, you'll see the first 2 lines of it and never tap on it. Whereas creators will completely ignore and forget that they can put a pinned comment at the top of a video where viewers congregate. So obviously, pin a comment in all of your videos and, more importantly, have it do something. Ask a question of your viewers, get an opinion from your community. If you have something of value to offer, like a product or service with a discount code, all the better. Comments aren't just nice to have words under your video. They reflect real community, real connection, real conversation and engagement with human beings out there. So now, hopefully, you're starting to see the pattern. None of these mistakes feel dramatic, and neither do they feel like ultimate algorithm hacks. But together, they have a compounding impact, and they make YouTube growth harder than it needs to be, really. But you might be thinking, okay, Rob, this all makes sense, but do I really have to consider every single one of these things and implement them in every single video that I upload to YouTube? Because that sounds like a hell of a lot of work. And that is a fair question. Because I will agree that remembering to add thumbnails and write titles, think up of a description, find the right video tags, make sure all of those little settings on each video, such as remixing, are set correctly, and ticking all of these check boxes and making sure that the video's processed and everything is all up to date. That sounds like video logistical burnout, doesn't it? So now, finally, we get to the promise. Let me show you how to upload a video to YouTube the smart way. Well, all right then. For this, you and I are going to need to be at our computers, and we'll also need the vidIQ browser extension installed, which I've linked in the description. Once you have it, all you need to do is upload a video by the desktop YouTube studio as you normally would do. But once the upload starts, down the left-hand side here, you'll see a collection of icons that represent different parts of the optimization process, from the title, description, video tags, and so on. And this is where everything we've talked about finally starts to connect. Now at the top here, you'll see an overall optimization score. This is basically vidIQ answering a question that YouTube never will. Is this video actually ready to be published? Click it and you'll see a breakdown, title, description, thumbnail, tags, and more. Green obviously means that we're good to go here, while red means, hey, you might want to check this. And this alone solves mistake number 8. Uploading completely blind. Now you might have noticed right away that vidIQ is already suggesting titles based on your actual video. And these are random ideas, because during the upload process, the tool was scanning the video for its content and context to make recommendations. And what I just uploaded was this very video you're watching right now, before we added all of the visual effects. So it knows the video is all about upload settings and upload mistakes, and is suggesting intriguing titles to match. So back on the upload page, when you do see a title that you like, click it to drop it in there. And if you're not happy, refresh to get some brand new options. And as you can see, every time we insert a new title, it is adjusting the score over on the left-hand side here of the icons, and also on the right-hand side, telling us now how we're doing better with the title and increasing the optimization score. Now, do you remember when we talked about testing multiple titles at the same time way back at the beginning of this video? Well, right here with the A/B testing button, you can test multiple titles on the same video at the same time without re-uploading anything. Basically, you're no longer betting everything on one single title guess. And right here is a handy pop-up window with all of those title recommendations from vidIQ that you can drop into each title variant. Pretty nifty, right? Next, we have the description. We can
That's a game changer. That is a game changer. I like that.
Actually jump to that or any other section in the upload screen by clicking on the icons over to the left here. As we said earlier, vidIQ is scanning the video for its context, so it already has an SEO-rich description to add. It highlights the keywords it's going to use, and look at that. It even references the 22 views bit that I used in this video. So now watch this time when I add the description to the box, it automatically updates a score on the left-hand side to represent your progress in the upload workflow. And if you want a different angle, simply refresh it and you'll get a new description instantly. This fixes the description that says nothing mistake in seconds. On to thumbnails now, and we know the struggle and pain these can cause creators. So again, just like titles, if you haven't thought to come up with a thumbnail before you uploaded your video, our thumbnail generator tool can give this a go. Now in this example, all I've done is added an image of myself and let the tool use the video data to create a thumbnail. And you know what? That middle one isn't too shabby actually. I can use that thumbnail, which again will raise the optimization score as we get closer to polishing off this video. Now regardless of whether you generate a thumbnail here or create your own, this is where you can take advantage of a really powerful tool over on the right hand side, which is the preview feature. When you click on it, what it's going to do is take your thumbnail and title and show it on a mock-up of the YouTube homepage to see how your packaging looks versus other random videos on YouTube. Does it stand out? And then, if you want to get specific, you can change your topic to, for us, let's say upload to YouTube. And now it's showing how our thumbnail and title will compare against similar channels making similar videos, and then preview them in real YouTube environments, such as a search page or on a mobile device. The customization options here are almost endless, including light mode.
Yes.
Hang on just a second. There are no more, I thought this looked good excuses. There are no more, I thought this looked good excuses. If a video doesn't look good here, change it now before the video flops when it goes public. Now, as for those video tags, when I added the description earlier on, it automatically added some of the keywords used in that description, which is nice. And we have loads more recommendation tags, again, based on the context of the video, we can simply click to add in here. 10-second job, just like I said. And here we find ourselves with that category. You can see it, you can change it, so you don't forget it exists. All of those small, boring signals we talked about earlier, handled. So at this stage, the job is almost done. The vidIQ upload optimizer is just telling me I need to add some video chapters. Smart advice. But if you still feel like all of this is too much, here's my favorite part. Let's say you don't want to do any of this manually. The title, the description, the thumbnail, and the tags. I'm going to go nuclear on this video right now and delete everything so that I can show you this one magic button, which automatically adds a title, writes a description, generates tags, creates a thumbnail, all in seconds. It's basically everything we've covered today compressed into just a single button. And finally, if we jump forward to the visibility section of the upload workflow, vidIQ recommends scheduling your video based on when your audience is actually online, which it will encourage you to do based on your channel data. And yes, don't forget, you still need to wait for HD and 4K processing to finish. We're not going to undo all of that good work at the last second, are we? And that is your entire upload workflow: packaging, signals, context, and confidence. Now, of course, we do need to add the usual YouTube disclaimers. This doesn't guarantee video success, and nothing does. But what it should do is help YouTube understand your video more and prevent you from sabotaging your own content when you're uploading it. So if you want to try this upload workflow yourself, then all you need to do is download the vidIQ browser extension linked below. And this is just one of dozens of tools that we have to help you grow your channel. And if you want to see a lot more of them in a complete guide, then the next video you want to watch is right here, and I'll see you there.
That was very, very interesting. The only thing I have to say, especially with beginners, that magic button that he was talking about,
actually online.
That's it right there. That to do everything yourself. I recommend that when you beginning, you should do everything yourself so you can learn and understand each process. And then once you understand every process, then you can put it together and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like the titles. That way you can start understanding which titles are good for your channel, which hashtags, which category, what time. Just don't click one button and say, let them do it all. Now, understand what it is that they're doing. That's very interesting. We actually talk about vidIQ also in the course and everything. So if you're interested, like I said, man, this clarity, you got to get clarity on things first. You got to understand what you're doing before you start putting everything into some pattern, structure. Get clarity first and then put things into structure. And once you put things in the structure, you start going right down the right direction that you want to go down. Hey, Uncle Mike is getting up out of here. We got over 100 subscribers already. Yeah, so Uncle Mike must be doing something right? Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Shh. Peace out.